uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, human to be Earthlings, so if you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome back to channel. I'm Bushka, and today's video is an absolute ripper, and it might not be the normal kind of video you'd expect from me. This is just unedited gameplay, but there's a reason for that. It's because within the next 10 minutes of unedited gameplay, there is a lovely back and forth between Mr. Ouija and I, and another duo who you will see come onto the scene very, very shortly. And there is so much going on in terms of tactical gameplay between the two of us, and it becomes a real dogfight. Mr. Australoops, I think, was watching this, and he said, geez, that was fantastic, like after he finished watching this whole passage of play. Let's get on with it anyway. Those two over there are running pretty stock standard loadouts. You'll see M416, one with a Kar 98K. I'm running the, now we've hit, and we're hitting, and we're doing long range kind of stuff there. I've got a couple of hits in. The M416 has got a couple of hits in on me. Mr. Ouija is using the Mini 14 and doing good stuff. So we've got actually quite similar loadouts here. We've got someone running around with a big bomber, someone running around with a DMR, lots of M4 stuff going on, and it's the typical range kind of workout. And I think they rolled up thinking they were going to just flog us, and then there's another hit from the Kar 98, and then they've really had to think about life, and after they've been tapped out pretty hard, and it's been a good exchange of fire, but no one's really got an advantage yet. What we're looking for is an opportunity to get a knock and then push on the knock. That's pretty obvious. They're still maintaining the rage, and they're using the trees as cover. We're using these ridge lines. Now, there is obviously a render issue still in PUBG Mobile. It's just something that's very obvious. You can see that you can shoot the hill, which looks clear, but it's actually ground, and it just doesn't render properly. And Mr. Ouija's got a hit in there, and then I get a lovely headshot through the trees, and we're off. We're off to the races. That's our opportunity to push. Now, what we do is they're going to smoke up, and we think we'll just drive through the smoke and clear them. I honestly think now, looking back on it, that we should have pulled up here, and we should have taken the engagement. But I wasn't sure exactly where the second party was, if they'd already got the revive. And as such, they had. And they were already off and on, and we're off behind the trees, get some good clears, and they're now back in almost exactly the same spot as we just were. Like, this is a good duo. They're very good at getting each other up. They're moving a lot. Like, they are not staying stationary. They've been very dynamic in their movement, and they've gone all the way around from the left. They're now starting to flank back and away towards our former position. That's a good Gren from them. They would have taken out a lesser man, and they are presenting quite the challenge. There are other people that are going to roll up into this gunfight as well, but we're now going back to nearly the exact position we were in previously on top of the hill. Now, I think we've missed our moment there. I think we could have jumped out. We might have lost one of us in a knock, but we might not have. Still, they were up. They were definitely up. They were both up out of that smoke. No one got hit by the car. So you never know your luck in the big city. You'll never know because it's already happened. Mr. Ouija's forward. He is looking to guard that fence line, and I'm looking to give him information and let him know where they are. Now, I start thinking, if it was me, where would I go? I would be flanking to the right around the top of that ridge line, looking for action. And it's almost uncanny how quickly I pick these guys up, because that is exactly what they're doing. Like, it's incredible, actually. Like, this is exactly what I would have done. And they're looking down at Mr. Ouija there. That just went, I think it went into the ground. Yeah, the hill's not rendering. And then there's one a little bit further left. This duo is very, very solid. And now we're left with this really sticky situation where the circle's changing, and we want to capture them and push them up against the zone. This is pretty stock standard tactics. We're going to make them come to us on the zone line. There's one there on the left, a little bit further over, and then the same guys on the right. We need a car, and we need to get across the bridge because there are choke points. So we're going to take the wheels out on their car so they can't easily move up. But they've already got the smokes out. They've already moved up a little bit. And they're not showing their hand. They're holding on that back wall. They may even make this a heel fight. So Mr. Ouija and I are like, you know what? Let's get a vehicle. Az has got the vehicle. Let's just get out of here. And I'm overlooking, making sure that that's safe so they don't try and push while he's in the car. And then we're off to the races, and we're going to go and do the right thing. We're going to camp up the bridge here. These guys are very clever. They get pushed as well, but another party enters the fray. And it's quite interesting. When you play against a lot of squads, they really don't have a second and a third option. They run out of ideas. These guys really don't. And it made this a super enjoyable bit of game fighting. We got the knock, and that's the only knock that's happened so far, despite trading so many times. And I've now got a healthy dose of respect for these guys, so I'm not going up too far here because oh, hang on, there's a bike. Bugger me. Someone else has driven in that compound on a bike. You're going to hear the gunfighting in just a second. And we're now thinking, well, we've got the upper hand. They've got to come across this bridge, surely. We'll be able to get them, and then we'll be able to move on with life. And these guys feel like the most dangerous duo to fight on the map. Generally, the move we made at the first would have been successful. They would have been too slow. We would have just wiped them in the smoke, and if not, we would have wiped them on the second. But they've been able to... Oh, hang on, and there goes a car. So maybe they've actually driven the car in. Now, this is interesting because the whole gunfight is going on over there. There goes the car there. Not sure what's happened, but they've managed to find another vehicle. That could even be a vehicle that was on the road in Rozhok, and they're completely cutting us out of the angle and going all the way across to the back of Yasna Polyana and the bridge there. Now, the reason I didn't like that as a rotation for them, and I didn't like it as a rotation for us, is because it's quite possible that there is someone else at that choke point who is already going to shred them. And they do go over there, and it turns into a gunfight. Now, we're on the Foot Falcon. The reason we're not taking the car is it took a bit of a beating before, and we don't want to go driving in that car and have them double tap it with two M4s at range and spray it and blow us up. That's basically the real negative, and that's the kind of mind space I'm in now. They've really got me worried. Like, there's no denying it. This duo is performing far better than it should be, and I've found the vehicle. There it is. So they've crashed that compound area there. There's like a gunfight going on. What I don't realize is that's not them. I was right about the choke point of the bridge. They're on the right. They're actually in the gas station. The person over there is the other person who was coming from Yasna Polyana and rotating out to get a shot. It's like, this is why I love PUBG Mobile. And I'm going to move this car because I'm figuring we will need this car at some point, and I'm going to put it into a safe space. The circle is coming in, but we haven't trapped them. We've moved the choke point. There's the guy we were talking about. We got a headshot on that. That's an insta, and that is not... Ismanto123 is not the guys that we were just fighting. You'll see they are at the gas station. We're like, what the hell is going on here? They haven't popped in the kill feed. Maybe they're over there on the right still. Where was he looking? He was looking up the hill. Hello? Someone shot at Mr. Ouija. It's not Mr. Ouija. They shot at someone else. Oh, hello. There they are. That's the two of them again. Now, the thing I really love about this is he's getting hits. We're just getting hits. I'm getting hits. We can see their feet. We're going to clear their feet. Right there. Get the knock. That's A and B Danny End. Okay, we're thinking that's us. They've already thrown a smoke. They've anticipated that tough time, and they've thrown the smoke. I make a massive error here. Massive area. So far, we've controlled the engagement pretty well. We've got 2 knocks. We've played field position, and we've been much better. Azza gets knocked. Now, that good shot gives them time, and they use that time to good effect. They don't muck around. They immediately push. One goes down low, and the other one is staying high. This is excellent play, and I think they've both gone down low. Assumptions are not good things to make because he didn't go down low. Lying down, thanks very much, Desync. He stayed high, and he's got the knock on me. My vest was just about shattered. One round shattered the vest, and the second round finished me up pretty hard. And now we're in all kinds of problems because this is a good duo who've played together for a long time, who do all the kinds of things that I talk about. Azza's overlooking me, so as this guy goes, he gets hammered, but he's just drawing Azza out, and he's going to ignore me. He knows me. I'm not important. Azza is the only problem here. They're pushing hard together. They're making trades. Azza's put big damage into both of them. but we come second. We'll come fourth overall. And well played them. They stayed alive. They stuck with it through the entire time. And they showed that just how important it is to have teamwork in duos and squads in PUBG Mobile. And I really enjoyed that game. I don't mind losing if it's to good players and if it's to good game. We were both like, oh man, they really sat us down. They took one possible window and turned it into a clear. So good on them, and that was great fun. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Look after yourselves, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.